So I wanted to give a quick update on today's system that's already impacting parts of southern and eastern Ontario. This morning we're seeing snow falling across London, over towards Sarnia, the Grey Bruce Peninsula, and parts of the GTA have already seen about 5 centimeters of snow on grassy surfaces. Some areas have seen a lot less that have been closer to the lakes. Or further south. Niagara's seen predominantly rain, and Buffalo as well is seeing that rain. So right now, rain falling across the northern shore of Lake Erie. Um, Rain's actually being reported at Pearson as well. In the last update, it has changed from snow over to rain, and many parts of the city of Toronto are seeing a rain-snow mix, with this mixing line sort of hugging the shore of Lake Ontario. Taking a look at London right now, seeing a temperature of zero point 0.2 with some light snow. Hamilton 0.5 and a rain snow mix. Visibility only 2 kilometers. And at Pearson, temperature 1.5 degrees, light rain, low visibilities as well. And so you might be thinking, well, why are London and Hamilton seeing snow when the temperature in both those places is above zero? Typically, you want it to be below zero to see snow. But you actually have to look at some of the temperatures in the mid levels of the atmosphere to get a better idea on that in terms of the precipitation type that we're going to be seeing. So it's not always the case where the zero line is going to be dividing rain and snow. You can see freezing rain when temperatures below zero, and you can see snow in the temperatures above zero, like we're seeing today. And so here's the 925 millibar temperatures, which are pretty low down in the atmosphere. And this zero line here is actually very, very close to where we're seeing that rain snow line set up. It's a bit north of this line, especially with the influence of Lake Ontario. We're seeing that line actually ending up a little bit further south than the rain snow line, which is extending through parts of Toronto. But this zero line, 925 millibars, is a pretty good indicator of where that rain snow line is really setting up. And if we look at the trend over the last few hours, it's actually sinking south and east, this line. So 4 hours ago, it was actually further north, and now it's beginning to sink east and south because of this this little upper level disturbance that is this little trough that is allowing that cooler pocket of air to rush in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. And the forecast actually from the RAP model is to bring this freezing line south and east. So it's definitely possible that we, if not likely, that we continue to see wet snow and rain snow mix across portions of the GTA, especially north of Highway 7, definitely across Grey Bruce County and Eastern Ontario as well. Away from Lake Ontario, we'll be seeing some wet snow, particularly on grassy surfaces. And then the 850 millibar temperatures, which are about 5,000 feet in the atmosphere, can see a similar trend. Actually, all of southern Ontario is below that zero line at 5,000 feet, which means that there is that cooler pocket of air in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and you can see that here. And trend is bringing that zero line actually further east in time, and the rapid refresh model has that moving east as well over the next few hours, which means that, yeah, this wet snow will probably continue across many areas. And then at 300 millibars, so this is basically showing you the jet stream pattern. You can see that little disturbance and that little trough across Michigan as well. And then NAM model shows that across Michigan, and that will slide east gradually throughout the day. If you look at the, I actually pulled up a sounding over Oxford County. You can see that this layer of warm air, it's very thin, very close to the ground, and most of the atmosphere actually has temperatures that are below zero, which is why a lot of snow is falling, but as the day goes on, temperatures warm up. This wedge of warmth will expand up closer towards 900 millibars, and that's when you get transition over to rain, especially in areas that are along a lake shore where you have that warmer influence, with the lake maybe running closer to 5 degrees Celsius, and that definitely will help those areas transition over to rain. So yeah, in summary, it's not a huge system, won't be major accumulations, but could definitely see some, especially across rural areas, Grey Bruce County, areas north and east of London, near Kitchener, and over towards Peterborough in eastern Ontario. A few slushy centimeters, maybe up to 5 slushy centimeters on grassy surfaces, and then northern shores of Lake Erie, Niagara, Buffalo, seeing rain, Pearson seeing rain, parts of the GTA, especially North GTA, will be seeing that wet snow, that rain-snow mix, which will continue for a few more hours through the afternoon and then tapering off later today.